AZ Plus, streaming live local weather 24/7. Check the radar whenever you want. Catch detailed weather updates all day long. Watch exclusive weather content. Get weather impact 24/7 only on 13 WMAZ Plus.
Titanium, stronger than steel, lighter than aluminum, trusted in aerospace, and now redefining the way we prepare food at home. Resists corrosion, never absorbs odors, and remains flawlessly food safe without ever breaking down into harmful microplastics. Titanium Edge, now available through this exclusive television offer.
A live look at the Macon-Bibb Government Center, where folks right now are marching from 5 locations around the city, and they're arriving to commemorate the legacy of civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Connor Hendricks. Today, January 19th, is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It was celebrated for the first time as a national holiday in January of 1986, 40 years ago. King is honored at this memorial in our nation's capital. He was a preacher at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta and a prominent leader of the civil rights movement in the 1960s. The memorial was dedicated in 2011, and it sits on the northwest edge of the tidal basin in Washington. That's in direct line of sight to the Lincoln Memorial, where King gave his I Have a Dream speech back in 1963. King was assassinated in Memphis in 1968, but his legacy lives on today. Madison Ricks is live in downtown Macon, where people are honoring Dr. King. So, Madison, you followed one of the groups on the march. How was it?
Yes, I did not actually start here at City Hall. I started all the way at Booker T. Washington Community Center, and I was here on foot with them walking all the way to City Hall. And I'm not actually at City Hall. I'm a couple inches down, but you can see that they're all gathered at City Hall, and there were multiple groups from 5 different locations who walked here at City Hall to commemorate Martin Luther King's memory. And, you know, I walked with them, I talked with them, and they said this is something that they do every year to just remember his legacy and to also just commemorate the day that he died, and, you know, just the memories that he created on his many marches before this. And yeah, and it was great. I broke a little sweat though, but it was really great to walk with them and just to see all of this. And like I said, they'll be here at City Hall all afternoon, just, you know, commemorating his memory. And yeah, so I'll send it back to the studio, but I'm live here in Macon, Madison Ricks, 13 WMAZ News.
All right, thank you, Madison. We'll check back in with you in a few minutes later on this midday.
Well, coming off of a very exciting weekend across central Georgia here, snowfall yesterday morning has left us, and it's left us with some cool temperatures early this morning that will lead to some warmer numbers later today. So clear blue skies out there right now, and really no trace of the snowfall that was here yesterday. We're sitting a bit too warm for that now. 45 degrees in Warner Robins. Now, it was a cold start early this morning, down in the mid-20s for most. Now that the sunshine is out, we have warmed our way up into the low to mid-40s. So a bit warmer now, but still feeling kind of cool, especially because there is a little bit of a breeze out there today, and that has the feels like numbers down a couple of degrees from the actual temperatures. So that will be the trend heading into the rest of the day as well. The actual high today will be somewhere in the low 50s, but the breeze will have things feeling probably a bit more like the low to mid 40s. But we'll keep the sunshine around all day long today. The satellite and radar is completely clear and quiet. Rain chances do return on the 7-day forecast. However, let's talk about the upcoming weekend coming up next.
Perfect snow day. It was here. We got to enjoy it, and then it's gone.
Exactly.
Thank you, Vince. We'll check back in just a few. If you or someone you know is in need of a warm place to stay this week, a few Central Georgia shelters are opening their doors. Right now, Haven Hope House in Warner Robins is helping people stay warm. They're going to be open today and tomorrow. You can stay there from 6 at night until 8 in the morning. That shelter is over on Green Street, and they also do have a shuttle to get people there. Also, the Brookdale Resource Center's Hello House has room for 50 people every night. It's located off of Brookdale Avenue in Macon. Intake starts at 4 in the afternoon, and Brookdale provides overnight housing through 8 in the morning, 7 days a week. The Salvation Army on Broadway in Macon is also open. Check-ins at 5 and folks can stay until it warms back up. Both breakfast and dinner are provided. Again, it's on Broadway in Macon. This afternoon, we know the name of the woman who died in custody in Bibb County. Bibb County Coroner Leon Jones tells us that 55-year-old Rachel Robinson has died. The sheriff's office says that Robinson was found unresponsive in her cell around 2 yesterday afternoon. She was pronounced dead roughly 4 hours later at the hospital. Now, because Robinson died in custody, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is handling the investigation into her death. And some national news for you this midday. CNN sources say that the FBI started investigating the ICE agent who shot Renee Good and then reversed course. The Justice Department usually launches probes into officers' conduct in such shootings. That's to ensure that law enforcement didn't violate any civil rights. Sources say the FBI opened a probe into ICE veteran Jonathan Ross, who shot Good, but now the investigation's focused on the conduct of Good and her widow. At least 6 prosecutors at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota have resigned amid federal pressure on the case. And some in the medical community, that is, are calling new research the best evidence to date that using acetaminophen during pregnancy is not linked to autism. A review of 43 studies published in a Lancet journal finds taking the active ingredient in the pain reliever Tylenol during pregnancy does not increase the risk of autism, ADHD, or intellectual disabilities in children. Back in September, the Trump administration said taking the pain reliever while pregnant might increase autism risk.
Pregnant women should know that taking Tylenol during pregnancy is not going to increase the risk of autism in their child. And in fact, an untreated fever during pregnancy has been shown to increase the risk of neurodevelopmental issues.
This review looked at millions of births around the world and included siblings of mothers who took acetaminophen during one pregnancy and not the other. This allowed researchers to factor out the genetics involved in autism and just focus on the risk of using acetaminophen. A major road closure began today in Bibb County. Part of Tucker Road is now closed and will be for the next 3 months. Tucker Road is closed between Foster Road and Peak Road. This is so that contractors can replace the existing bridge over Rocky Creek and I-475. Well, some of you need to head back to the polls tomorrow. This is for the special election to fill the open Georgia State Senate District 18 seat. It's a crowded special election with 6 candidates now in the race. There are 5 Republicans: Howard Allison, Lauren Daniel, Stephen McNeil, Nathan Warnock, and Eric Wilson. There's also 1 Democrat, Lamario Brown. District 18 includes Monroe, Crawford, Upson, and Peach County, along with parts of Bibb and Houston. To see if you live in the district and find your polling place, you can do so on the Georgia My Voter page. That's on the Secretary of State's website. Those polls are open tomorrow from 7 in the morning until 7 tomorrow night. And this week, downtown Macon will honor a local leader with a street dedication. Newtown Macon and Macon-Bibb County will unveil Josh Rogers Way. You may remember Rogers served as the president and CEO of Newtown Macon, and he passed away last year. His work helped revitalize downtown and create opportunity. The 3rd Street median will be renamed in his honor. That ceremony, if you want to go check it out, it's going to be Wednesday morning at 10. Well, the Sunday morning snowfall certainly didn't last long here in central Georgia, but it was even shorter for folks down in the Florida Panhandle. Yes, that's right. Even the Florida Panhandle saw significant snowfall this weekend.
I was really surprised to see this much. Usually you never see this much in Florida.
Many travelers on Interstate 10 were surprised by the snowflakes. Now, the snow accumulated pretty quickly on vehicles and on the ground. Many truckers who didn't make it to a rest stop or a gas station even pulled off onto the shoulder of I-10. Signs that along the highway warn drivers of possible ice conditions.
A lot of hunters coming in, and then our truck lot is full, so we've had a lot of traffic from our truckers that are parked out there getting out of this weather.
Now, most of that snow melted as soon as it hit the ground, leaving just magical memories of the surprise snow day. Of course, some of y'all have been sending us your pictures from your snow day down here in central Georgia. Let's take a look. Here is Jaylene and Cody posing with their snowman out in Byron. Take a look at that. Also, let's go ahead and check out Sarge frolicking in Warner Robins. Looks like he's certainly having a blast out there. And here's Ace Stafford, who's all bundled up for the snow. I like that scarf. And then there's Kirsten Sanders, who sent us this photo of her snowman this morning, still standing strong today. Thank you, everybody who sent in those photos. We are so happy you had a safe snow day. So to come this midday, President Trump ramps up the international standoff over Greenland. After the break, hear more on his latest threat and how European leaders are pushing back.
Are you prepared? Scan the code on your screen now and never be in the dark again with the Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station.
It can charge my phone, right?
The Rescue Volt is a USB power bank, plus a flashlight, AM/FM, and weather-band emergency radio.
That's great and all, but I just wanted to make sure it will charge my phone.
It powers up 3 ways with built-in USB, solar panel, even a hand crank.
So you mean our phones will always be charged so we can still doom scroll in a power outage?
The Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station is travel-sized and ready for any emergency. And yes, it charges your phone too.
Okay, great, because I got to post to my socials.
It makes a great gift. Order now and get 50% off plus free shipping. Scan the code on your screen and get your Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station today.
13 WMAZ Plus, streaming live local weather 24/7. Check the radar whenever you want. Catch detailed weather updates all day long. Watch exclusive weather content. Get weather impact 24/7 only on 13 WMAZ Plus.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car? You need the Auto Anchor, perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds on the post of the headrest and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the back seat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free. That's right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
Thanks for staying with us. President Trump is escalating the standoff with European allies over Greenland. He's threatening new tariffs on some countries that oppose his plan. The president has said that the island is needed for national security, but European leaders say the sovereignty of the self-governing territory that's part of the Kingdom of Denmark needs to be respected. Natalie Brand is tracking the latest at the White House.
A trade war is in no one's interest.
European leaders are pushing back as President Trump doubles down on his push to acquire Greenland, issuing a new threat to impose tariffs of up to 25% on key allies, including Denmark, France, and the UK, until a deal is reached.
Alliances endure because they're built on respect and partnership, not pressure.
Amid calls to de-escalate, Norway's prime minister confirmed he received a message from President Trump saying in part due to the decision to award someone other than himself the Nobel Peace Prize, he no longer feels an obligation to think purely of peace and can now think about what is good and proper for the United States.
We are not going to outsource our national security.
The Trump administration maintains it must control the strategic Arctic island to protect the U.S. from threats posed by China and Russia.
If there were an attack on Greenland from Russia, from some other area, we would get dragged in. So better now, peace through strength, make it part of the United States.
But lawmakers from both sides of the aisle said the standoff over Greenland is making the world less safe, and a bipartisan group just wrapped up a trip to Denmark to try and reassure allies in person.
Part of the point of this trip is to have a bipartisan group of members of Congress listen respectfully to our friends.
Greenland needs to be viewed as our ally, not as an asset.
Over the weekend, thousands of protesters demonstrated in Denmark and Greenland against President Trump's plan, saying the island is not for sale.
New CBS News polling shows opposition across party lines to taking over Greenland. 70% of Americans say they do not want the president using federal dollars to buy the territory. An overwhelming 86% say they do not want him to invade using military force.
All right, well, it was an exciting weekend here, but a quieter start to the work week. It'll be a good couple of days here with sunny skies, but as we head towards the weekend, rain chances are back. Let's break down that on your 7-day coming up next.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to show you the Veggie Vortex, the 3-in-1 slicer, shredder, and sanity saver that spins veggies and more into culinary gold. Potatoes? Boom. Chips in seconds. Someone say cheese? Look at that, perfect for pizza. This thing's fire. Ready to really go nuts? The Veggie Vortex chews through nuts like an over-caffeinated squirrel. It's got a suction base so strong it clings tighter than skinny jeans after a big Thanksgiving dinner. Get sucked into healthier cooking with the Veggie Vortex. Scan the code on your screen to order now.
13 WMAZ Plus, streaming live local weather 24/7. Check the radar whenever you want. Catch detailed weather updates all day long. Watch exclusive weather content. Get weather impact 24/7 only on 13 WMAZ Plus.
Are you prepared? Scan the code on your screen now and never be in the dark again with the Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station.
It can charge my phone, right?
The Rescue Volt is a USB power bank, plus a flashlight, AM/FM, and weather-band emergency radio.
That's great and all, but I just wanted to make sure it will charge my phone.
It powers up 3 ways with built-in USB, solar panel, even a hand crank.
So you mean our phones will always be charged so we can still doom scroll in a power outage?
The Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station is travel-sized and ready for any emergency. And yes, it charges your phone too.
Okay, great, because I got to post to my socials.
It makes a great gift. Order now and get 50% off, plus free shipping. Scan the code on your screen and get your Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station today.
We are back, and it is just a completely clear and sunny midday today across the area. Now, yesterday we had a lot of grayer skies because this was kind of the time frame where we still had some snowfall in our area. Obviously a completely different scene now. All of that has melted with us sitting at a temperature in Macon right now of 45 degrees. So across the map, temperature is now well too warm to support anything that may have tried to linger from yesterday. We are in the mid to upper 40s across the area. And despite this, it actually feels a good bit cooler out there because we have a pretty strong breeze out there today as well. So the breeze is going to add to how things feel, and it's going to add a little bit of a wind chill to the air through the rest of this afternoon. Right now, that feels like numbers down a couple of degrees. You just saw the actual temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Feels like numbers are somewhere in the upper 30s to low 40s. So a little cool out there, and that's how the afternoon is going to feel as well. The sunshine will warm us up to a high temperature today in the low 50s, but some of that breeze will stick with us through the afternoon, meaning the feels like numbers probably somewhere in the mid to upper 40s. But like I said, plenty of sunshine all day long, and we don't have to worry about losing that today or honestly through the next couple of days either. The satellite radar across the southeast shows a very quiet and clear picture because we have a high pressure system sitting over us at the moment. So even on our satellite and radar here, it's hard to even find clouds at the moment, and that's what the future view is going to look like too. Pretty boring for the next couple of days. Obviously completely quiet through tonight, and then as we head into Tuesday, folks get back to work, things are still going to be nice, clear, and quiet. Monday and Tuesday, very rinse and repeat like days. They are going to mimic each other in pretty much every way. Now Wednesday is actually still going to be a dry day as well, but there will be a couple of changes as we head into Wednesday afternoon, mainly in the form of cloud cover. By Wednesday evening, you'll start to notice cloud cover becoming a bit more dense. And then by the time we hit late night Wednesday night and really early Thursday morning, we'll start to see a couple of scattered light showers enter the picture that will stick with us through the day on Thursday and then through the day on Friday as well. Thursday and Friday are just going to deal with these scattered light showers. They really set up what's going to be the bigger rain chance as we head into Saturday. Saturday, we start to see this rain chance become a lot more widespread. Notice, not even here just across our state, but across the deep south and the southeast as well. So a very, very big rainfall event across the entire area. You may hear folks talking about this being a snow and ice event in certain areas. Right now here in central Georgia, it looks like it's going to be a rainfall event for us. But of course, if that changes, we'll let you know. So be sure to keep up to date with us over the next couple of days. That will move out by late Sunday. So we'll deal with rain for most of the weekend, Saturday into Sunday. Through most of the work week, though, we'll stay mostly dry. Temperatures will warm up into the low 60s and then drop back down into the weekend.
Alrighty, thank you, Ansley. We're taking a live look at downtown Macon as the city honors Martin Luther King Jr. Day today. We'll have more from the event when we come back.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to show you the Veggie Vortex, the 3-in-1 slicer, shredder, and sanity saver that spins veggies and more into culinary gold. Potatoes? Boom. Chips in seconds. Someone say cheese? Look at that, perfect for pizza. This thing's fire. Ready to really go nuts? The Veggie Vortex chews through nuts like an over-caffeinated squirrel. It's got a suction base so strong it clings tighter than skinny jeans after a big Thanksgiving dinner. Get sucked into healthier cooking with the Veggie Vortex. Scan the code on your screen to order now.
13 WMAZ Plus, streaming live local weather 24/7. Check the radar whenever you want. Catch detailed weather updates all day long. Watch exclusive weather content. Get Weather Impact 24/7 only on 13 WMAZ Plus.
Are you prepared? Scan the code on your screen now and never be in the dark again with the Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station.
It can charge my phone, right?
The Rescue Volt is a USB power bank, plus a flashlight, AM/FM, and weather-band emergency radio.
That's great and all, but I just wanted to make sure it will charge my phone.
It powers up 3 ways with built-in USB, solar panel, even a hand crank.
So you mean our phones will always be charged so we can still doom scroll in a power outage?
The Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station is travel-sized and ready for any emergency. And yes, it charges your phone too.
Okay, great, because I got to post to my socials.
It makes a great gift. Order now and get 50% off plus free shipping. Scan the code on your screen and get your Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station today.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and communities across central Georgia are coming together to honor the iconic civil rights leader. We're going to check back in with Madison Ricks out in downtown Macon after their march this morning. Madison, how's it going out there?
Yes, it's still going. You know, those speeches are now over, but as you can see, there's still a lot of people here talking, mingling, and, you know, still wanting to celebrate, you know, Martin Luther King. And I actually have Roosevelt here, and you can see he has 2 pictures here to celebrate. And I was talking to him earlier. We were walking together earlier to City Hall, and he was telling me that he has had these pictures. So can you just tell me, Roosevelt, tell me a little bit about these pictures?
This is a picture that I got about 25 years ago. and it's on a Martin Luther King great shot. And I also had a calendar, the year 68, to represent the passing of the years and everything that happened in that year. But it's a whole feature of bringing the past with the future together. If most people only notice the picture, they ask me about the calendar, I tell them it's the past. But now we look at the picture together, the two as combined, as the past and future for a great monument.
And you were telling me that, you know, you've lived in Macon all your life and you've been to these marches. So can you just tell me, why do you come here every single year?
I come here looking for a follower, to draft some youth to mind of anyone to come follow along with me to travel, because if there's one seed, maybe there's something else can sproul off it to make this place better in this town here and the world.
All right, well, thank you so much, Roosevelt. And he's not the only one here who is coming to celebrate Martin Luther King, and they're going to continue these celebrations all day, but I'll send it back to the studio, live in Macon. Madison Ricks, 13 WMAZ News.
So important to remember and make sure that history lives on, not just in our history textbooks. Thank you, Madison. We're going to check back in with her in just a little bit later on this midday, but stay with us. We'll have another look at that forecast when we come back.
Why did our ancestors use copper for centuries? Because they knew. Why do the best athletes continue to wear copper? Because they know. Hospitals know, which is why they insist on copper. Scan the code on your screen to get 50% off with this exclusive TV offer. And get Copper Smart, the ultimate accessory with a purpose.
13 WMAZ Plus, streaming live local weather 24/7. Check the radar whenever you want. Catch detailed weather updates all day long. Watch exclusive weather content. Get weather impact 24/7 only on 13 WMAZ Plus.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to show you the Veggie Vortex, the 3-in-1 slicer, shredder, and sanity saver that spins veggies and more into culinary gold. Potatoes? Boom. Chips in seconds. Someone say cheese? Look at that, perfect for pizza. This thing's fire. Ready to really go nuts? The Veggie Vortex chews through nuts like an over-caffeinated squirrel. It's got a suction base so strong it clings tighter than skinny jeans after a big Thanksgiving dinner. Get sucked into healthier cooking with the Veggie Vortex. Scan the code on your screen to order now.
Thanks so much for joining us. The news continues right now on 13 WMAZ Plus.
We'll see you over there. Have a great day.
We've all been there. A dead battery, a flat tire, and no help in sight. But what if you had the ultimate emergency tool at your fingertips? Introducing the Flash Charge 4-in-1 Jump Starter Power Bank Plus Tire Inflator, your roadside lifesaver. With wireless inflation, emergency ignition, LED lighting, and a mobile power supply. The Flash Charge is compact, powerful, and reliable, designed to handle the unexpected. Order now and never be stranded again.
13